Hello guys and welcome to a special sneak peek. We're looking at the MGS HD collection. We're going to start off with MGS 2. I've got Aaron with me. Aaron, how's it going?
Hello! Dun, 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 dun. So
Dun,
yeah.
dun, dun. There you go, sorry. So this is the Xbox 360 version. You've got 2 and 3 on one disc. Peace Walker's on a separate disc. So we'll start off looking at 2. Quickly load that up. The standard menu comes up. Aaron, does it bring up memories?
It does look HD edition, man. This means it's special. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's got all the options you'd expect. So you've got missions there. You can tackle the missions with the different characters, Snake and Raiden. You've got Snake's tails as well. But we'll start up a new game, just show you the bit of the opening. We'll start with a tanker plant. We don't want to just start with a tanker. We'll start with a tanker plant, as it goes through the story. With a normal and the standard radar, because we don't want to, like
No, no, no. A pro like you should be playing on hard. Like no excuses, man. Like, how
Yeah,
many times have
filming,
you
man.
completed this game? And then like at least 5. Come on, man.
No, just be on normal. But yeah, it loads up and you'll see us going into the opening. The Hudson River, 2 years ago, Aaron. 2 years ago.
Oh, dude, I remember when this trailer came out, and I was so fucking hyped. Was it E3? I think it was E3 when it came out.
E3
And it
did.
was just like it was magical. Let's see if it holds up.
Yeah, well,
Cue
the thing,
trailer.
it looks as good as it, did back in the day. Got the bridge there, but then it cuts back to Snake close up. And we just moved on there, so we can show you some gameplay. What do you think?
It looks exactly as I remember
No,
it.
it, well, it looks a bit sharper. I think MGS2 probably out of everything is showing its age a bit. Your thoughts on that, maybe? You think it's true? Showing here, watching the rain splashing on Snake.
Yeah, I remember this. Okay, I remember like the whole rain thing looking a lot more immense because this was the PS2 days. So
Yeah,
like
of course, yeah.
when we were shown this, like it was like whoa, Kojima's done it again. Yeah, rain has obviously moved on, and particle effects have obviously moved on since then. So obviously that's looking a bit dated,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
otherwise it looks exactly as I remember it,
yeah.
mate.
It's a bit more cleaned up. Obviously, I think Blue Point Games have done a good job with pretty much all three. But we sneak on here and we do the best thing that's available in MGS2, in my opinion, is holding up the guards and then running into them, turning around and watching them shake.
Lovely bit of clipping there. Your gun's like in his
Yeah,
groin.
it's still there, but just popping a tranquilizer in the head and down he goes. I think the dog tags were named after like the development team, weren't they, or something? I think that was the story behind it.
Yeah, where you going, man? Get back here and shake some rations free from his body.
We're gonna go in the in the tanker, show you a bit of codec because all that's still there. But we'll skip forward a bit. We won't go straight into the tanker start. We'll just skip forward a bit, show you some bit of gameplay. So yeah, it's still got the usual camera style there. You can't turn the camera around, unlike MGS3, which is full 3D camera. Do you think that will maybe hinder you in playing?
I think nostalgia will play a big part in that, and it won't affect people who have already played it.
Yeah.
I think people who have like jumped into like 4 and not played the previous ones, who are all crazy, you should never do that, by the way, will probably find some kind of issue with not being able to control the camera in this day and age. But hey,
Yeah,
man, you got to suck it up. You got to deal with it, man. It's a masterpiece.
exactly. I mean, it's MGS2 HC'd up. It's got the same controls, pretty much the same features you'd expect. But let's just drag this guard inside. I'm sure everyone did this multiple times when they were playing for MGS. Putting up a guard in the locker. And yeah, we move on. This section over here was sort of the first part. You see like loads of the technical advancements that made, which you'll see a bit further on. You can shoot individual bottles. You remember doing that in this?
Yeah, yeah.
Shooting the flour bags and everything. And the infamous call from Ozcon telling you that the Semtex there, we skip forward the codec conversation. Did you die here? I've got to ask you. Did you go through?
I don't think I did.
I think I went through. The first time I played, I just ran through.
I remember shooting melons here though. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah, you should.
staying in the room and just shooting melons is like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it all looks a lot sharper. You got just picked up the box there. Come on, you can't have a bit of MGS without having cardboard boxes. A tired guard comes in. So just looking at the video, do you see it being bit sharper, Um, any general thoughts on the phone?
Yeah, it's exactly what I was expecting. I mean, they haven't like retouched. It doesn't look like they've retouched any textures or anything. It's
No,
just
I think that's
a
pretty much.
straightforward port, and they've upped the resolution. And I think anybody who's an MGS fan will be grateful to be able to play this on their PS3, to be honest,
Indeed.
or their 360 if you're.
Yeah, this is a 360 version. Obviously, it's not
Yeah.
PS3 as well. But yeah, we use the box, get behind this, well, get on side on with this guard, hold him up. I remember you had some guards that were a bit resistance to you. So this guy is one of them.
Nobody can resist Solid Snake, right?
And then he goes, "You're gonna shoot me. You're gonna shoot me." I was like, "What?"
I'm a bit worried that you're gravitating towards his groin. You seem to have like an
No, I
obsession.
just shut him down. But yeah, as you see here, the individual bottles and everything, you shoot the flower as well. It has the effect. So it was pretty good back in the day, obviously. But that's a quick look at MGS2. We'll move on to MGS3, which we'll see loaded up in a bit. Which, to be honest, is probably out of the three, just giving you a bit of early thoughts. You'll have the full thoughts in the reviews. Probably the best of the lot. Obviously, it was released, the latest of the lot as well, so that makes a lot of sense. Um, yeah, so you'll move on. You'll see the start and everything, and you'll see that it looks slightly more in tune with what you're seeing nowadays. Uh, is that what? I guess that's what you probably expect, right, Aaron?
Yeah, MGS3 is by far the prettier of the earlier PS2 games, so I'm expecting bigger things from this than I would from MGS2.
Of course, and you've got the old MSX ones there as well, because this is basically the subsistence version.
Okay, cool.
And you can choose at the start. I think if you chose I like MGS2, I remember you got Raiden. He was wearing like a Raiden mask, and he when he lands. I think that was it, if I remember correctly. So, but we just chose I like MGS3 and just moved on. But yeah, this is the MGS3 where you play as Big Boss for the first time. Kojima decided to go back rather than forward and let us play as Big Boss. The opening of this, do you remember the opening of this? The Halo jump
Yes, I do.
over Pakistan, I think they were flying. So yeah, which is an interesting fact. Uh, but yeah, you could also obviously control with the triggers to like have a view of like different viewpoints.
Oh
So
yeah, you could switch to first person view in this. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that.
so you'll see that coming up here as you're sort of flying down, and it also, because you were looking through obviously the visor, it had like a 3D effect almost with the text and the buttons and everything like that. So you'll see that as well. But we'll skip forward a bit and get into the intro, which is very MGS, has a cheesy sort of camera panning, close-ups and seeing him take the mask off. And I think instantly you can pretty much see here from the previous footage, it's a lot more, a lot more visual. You know, like the visual effect is more pleasing. I mean, it's a lot sharper. You'll see here, but yeah,
It's definitely a lot more expensive. Look at that. Look at all that greenery.
yeah, the cheesy cutback. And I think at this point, if you chose I like MGS2, it was Raiden, but we obviously get.
Hey, and look at that beautiful mullet. Look at it. Look how beautiful it is.
Yeah, so you start off here, and you go get your bag if you played MGS3 and get your belongings back. But yeah, you can see full 3D camera moving around, but with a click of the right stick, I think it is on the 360, you can change to the classic view. So this is how it was when you were playing it for the first time on the PS2, and this is the Subsistence Edition. Just a click, and you can change back to the full 3D camera. Would you play with the 3D camera in this, or would you be playing with the?
I didn't play the subsistence version, so I played the original version. So yeah, that wasn't on hand for me.
So you'll be playing with the 3D camera, I guess.
I'll definitely be playing with it and finicking around with that 3D character. Does it ever get in your way during the gameplay, or does it fit right
no,
in?
it's actually really well. You can control it fully, so there's actually no issues with it whatsoever. It was good in Subsistence. It's good in this as well. They've just transitioned it across really well. So there you got your backpack, and you move on. And after a long codec chat and some cutscenes, epic cutscenes, MGS style, and you commence the virtuous mission.
Cheesy B-movie camera angles. Oh, hey, mate. It's amazing.
Yeah, so I think again with the close-ups there, you can see it's a lot sharper than you would expect on the PS2. But yeah, as you remember with the Snakey, it was all about the camouflage and all about your surroundings blending in. So we chose a bit of a woodland there, and we move on to, I think we chose a leaf one here. Yeah, leaf one.
I think you should go with naked. Come on. Yes.
I think there was like codec chat with like Signet if you were naked, he'd like tell you off for being naked and stuff. So all these little things that you'll it's like I was still like going through this like when I started playing it for review. I was still finding stuff that I didn't sort of find in the first. Well, I played this probably like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Little Easter eggs.
Yeah,
MGS
exactly.
is golden for that. The Kojima touch, as we like to call it, it's amazing. The amount of stuff this guy crams into his games, and we love him for it. This is why we love MGS.
We do, and yeah, we've got a snake there, as you do, you know, eat a bit of snakes. And just moving forward, we go on to this part. I remember I played this for the first time.
There we go. Look, no, come on. Where's the rations? That's right. Come on, kill something. It's him.
Now these are all being these crocodiles.
Oh, you're stunning them. No, we want to see you kill something and see the amazing instantaneous
The thing is,
box appear from nowhere.
if you get too close to these guys, they actually eat you. I remember getting like chopped up by one of these guys. So I remember the first time I played it, I was like, oh shit, how do I get past all these guys, all these alligators, crocodiles? And I got eaten up the first time. So I just made sure I always put them to sleep or kill them before I go past them. And again, love the cutscenes. If you're an MGS fan, then this is heaven, cutscenes. But yeah, we'll skip forward from the most of the cutscenes and we'll show you some gameplay. And again, as you see visually, the grass comes across really well. You know, it looks really, really nice. And with the 360 and PS3, you also got trophy and achievement support as well. So
Which you hoard endlessly, no doubt.
I've got a few achievements and a few trophies as well. Playing on both platforms.
Go on, tell them what kind of achievements they can expect.
So you can get achievements for obviously the bosses. You beat. There's certain ones for MGS2. There's ones if you send Oticon pictures of like the guard. I think there's a guard with like wearing no pants. So when you transfer pictures over to him of like the Metal Gear, there's like achievements for that as well. So there's really obscure achievements. And as you can see, I just popped that guard with a headshot with a tranquilizer dart. I'm not sure what style you play with, because it's always nice to hear like different styles. Like I usually go with the tranquilizer.
I usually try and CQC everybody to death.
Yeah, but
I like strangling people. It's fun.
Yeah, the MGS3 was quite difficult to get the CQC right, because if you're sort of standing up behind them, like, and even if you're moving slowly, they can hear your footsteps sort of when you're approaching. So you've got to be really, really careful and sort of to get that CQC right.
And therein lies the challenge, my friend.
It does. It does.
I love me a challenge.
It does indeed. But I usually go for the tranquilizer darts, especially during the first playthrough. I usually go for the tranquilizer darts, and then I like to switch it up with some CQC in between as well. So yeah, that guard got taken out quite nicely there. As you can see some fruit in the trees as well, so you can still obviously take the fruit as well. And he does get hungry a lot, and his stomach rumbles. So
you can hear him say, "Yuck, this tastes
exactly.
bad."
Exactly. I think you saw that maybe slightly earlier. I think we ate one of the anacondas. So yeah, just shoot a bit of fruit down there. I think there's a guard lurking around there somewhere as well. Surprised you didn't hear the fruit, but yeah, headshot again. Wood down and
look at you! Look at you being a pro.
I am a pro. What are you talking about? MGS is my life. All right.
Now hide in the tree bark.
That's
why you take the easy approach.
Headshot.
Oh no! You failed.
I failed the first time, but he was like, "Oh," so I got the headshot in. But that's a look at MGS3. I think that's what we'll finish it off. But we'll have a look at Peaceful coming up soon. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon.
Dun, 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 dun.